Oh, apparently I could just skip the intro part. It's JPChivalry going live with Umineko When They Cry, episode 2. Gonna finish it today. So, yeah. Had to end the stream earlier yesterday. Had to end the stream early yesterday due to an email, so everything's fine. It's just, that was unfortunate. But yeah, going live. Gonna finish this. I don't recall. So I think I did watch part of the VOD from the last session. So we're at 11:30, so 30 minutes to midnight. It feels like we're pretty close to the end of this. I don't know if we'll start episode 3. I don't know. Maybe? Hello, JP. Hey, Nara. How's it going? How are you? Good. That's good. How are you? I'm doing alright. Just chilling mostly. Had an email today that was part of the program that I'm going for, and it's just, we just gotta wait and see. So, okay, so, can you summarize everything that happened? Yeah, totally. So where did we leave off? So it's a battle of witches. It's a battle between humans and witches. We gotta prove that these crimes that are happening can all be done without the power of magic. Because it's a lot of closed rooms. All of episode 2, please, thanks. So you see, Shannon really likes George. And she'll do anything to be with him. And she breaks a mirror. And little does she know that that mirror releases the witch magic. And so the witch is back. She's out and about. What the heck, Shannon? She's just anything for love. And so the witch is back. People die. It's Happy Halloween. Even though it's October 4th, but still, Happy Halloween. There's people with powers. They have like this cool curved blade thing that they spawn out of their arm. I don't know. I can't recall what anime or show has that, but oh yeah, Trick or Treat, yeah. But maybe they'll do it again tonight, and you could see that part. It's very cool, very anime. I think I was remarking that, yeah, I do want to see like an anime adaptation of this. Okay, very good, thank you. And then, yeah, this is a battle of witches. A murder mystery. People are dead, people have guns and power. It's all very dangerous. Is it different from episode 2? I mean, 1? Definitely different, because they didn't have that whole, anime anime part. Like a super anime fight with blades. Also, whenever text appears in red, that means that's the truth. The absolute truth. So, you know. Hold on. There you go. Like that. Umineko's a very good game, that's the truth. Did everyone die again? Not yet, but almost. I think there's 5 survivors now. So Grandpa lived, so that's good. He got to live this time, but now, I don't know. Let's actually launch it. Who's alive? Battler, Rosa, Maria, Grandpa. Grandpa gets the girl. He might. So that was like actually the last thing that happened was that Grandpa had a scene. He's like, "Did I survive?" And then he gets a knock on the door, and he's like, "Is that you, Beatrice?" And then it ends. We don't see. So yeah, Beatrice is also a part of the thing. Oh, I'm alive. So she's around still. But yeah, it's Battler, Maria, Rosa, and Genji, and Kinzo. Rosa has the gun this time. Last time in episode 1 it was Natsuki, but she died at the Halloween party, so Rosa's the survivor this time. Also, she accuses Battler of being a wolf because they're doing a wolf and sheep problem. So she accuses Battler because there's a letter that appears, and he's the only one that's like close by to have planted that letter. So we fucked up. But who knows? I don't even know how they did that. How they put the letter there. Was it Maria? Probably. Genji is forbidden from hanging out with Rosa, Maria, and Battler because he's a servant, and there have been too many murders where the servants are involved. And it's been closed rooms where only the servants have master keys that can unlock those doors. One infinity % Maria, she's the culprit. But yeah, Shannon died. George died. It was very sad. Oh right, Shannon got very anime. She had like a shield thing that killed these demons that were coming after them. Cannon was the one that started it because he had this arm thing that spawned out of his little pose there. Demons? There's actual demons. There's also the 7 deadly sins, and they show up. So that's a good time. I wonder why it doesn't show us the portraits of the 7 deadly sins. Arm thing, yeah. They called it like a curved sword or something. I'm sure they'll see it at some point. Goda just dies. He's weak. Kumasawa and Dr. Nanjo got their throat slit by a goat demon that pretended to look like Cannon. And then, yeah. These 6 died in the Halloween party. Oh yeah, Jessica died with Cannon. A scimitar? It's not really a scimitar. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a... not like curve. Should we bust out the paint? It's like a sword. But it's purple? A sickle? Not a sickle. They just describe it as a curve thing, but... I don't know. Shapes. You know it? Okay. An arm thing? Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. I'm like trying to think what other games or media have had this this weapon. But yeah, Rosa's cray. Genji's out on his own. Grandpa's seeing someone. And Maria... oh yeah, Battler broke down because he doesn't want to believe that someone of the survivors is a criminal or the culprit. A letter opener? That's what it is. So he believes that the witch did it because he doesn't want to admit that someone of these remaining people did it. So, yeah. But the ghost Battler does not believe. He did not concede. 100% Grandpa? It makes sense. No one, like, ever checked on him. But I guess we'll see. Battler's figure was in the dining hall. Didn't feel like going back to the guest house in the middle of all this rain. But yeah, it's 11:30 p.m., so 30 minutes to whatchamacallit, showtime. And wandered half-heartedly around the mansion in search for any place where you could sit before setting up camp in the dining hall. Because that's what happened in the first episode. Once it hit midnight, shit went down. Didn't even lock the door. He thought the shapeless murderer, or maybe the Golden Witch, might come to kill him now that he was isolated. But he no longer had any desire to resist. Oh, the mouse is on screen. Whoops. Didn't even feel like using a locked door to hold off the culprit. He wanted that person to come at him openly from the front. If it was the killer, he wanted to ask them about some of those wonderful closed room tricks as a parting gift. If it was the witch, he hoped she'd at least take his life with some spectacular magic. However, ironically, neither of these two came to meet him. Battler opened the liquor cabinet on his own and enjoyed the liquor to his heart's content. No longer was there anyone to scold him for drinking alcohol. He's 18 years old, underage. He boldly rested his legs on the extravagant tablecloth and savored the high-quality liquor, which probably had a mind-boggling price, drinking it down straight from the bottle. Then, someone knocked. Battler realized that someone had finally come to greet him. "Hey, it's not locked. Whoever you are, please come in. And go ahead and introduce yourself. If you're human, please give me your name. If you're Beatrice, please tell me your bust size." I may not look it, but I'm well known as a breast sommelier, you see. He just gives no fucks. "It is Genji, Battler-sama." "Genji-san, huh? Sorry, but I've got no interest in your bust size. Please come in, it's unlocked." "Excuse me." Genji-san opened the door and bowed. So, is Genji-san the criminal after all? Or maybe an accomplice? That theory would probably explain most of the tricks. "Did you come to give me my last rites?" "Nothing of the sort. I apologize if I am disturbing you." Hey, saying I'm sorry without even telling me what you want is actually pretty creepy. What do you want? Are you going to tell me that drinking alcohol is forbidden for minors? I'll just die anyway. Please, let me do what I want, now that it's all about to end. Battler-sama, do you love alcohol so much that you would spend the little time you have left drinking? Those words pierced me. That wasn't true. I just can't cope if I don't drink. Can't even taste the alcohol at all. You are just like the master. Indeed, you inherited the master's blood strongly. You mean grandfather? The heavy drinker? He's drinking to drown his sorrows the whole time? First I've heard of it. After several sad incidents, the master's life was reduced to one of atonement alone. What is it you know? What are we getting? Beatrice's ceremony was completed when the 8th twilight ended. I believe I can tell you everything now. What did you say? My drunkenness was completely blown away. I lowered my feet from the table and listened carefully to hear what Genji would say next. Battler-sama, I shall guide you to the master's study. It would probably be best to hear it directly from both the master and... from both grandfather and... Hey, what in the world do you mean by that? Come, this way. I shall guide you. Battler-sama. After Genji-san told me to follow him, he started to walk down the corridor. I threw my drunkenness off completely and went after him. We climbed a big staircase towards the 3rd floor. Genji-san stopped walking halfway, then turned back and spoke. Battler-sama, from here on, you will probably see things you will not be able to understand. Don't think that'll scare me. I've already seen enough incomprehensible things today to make me sick. Please, accept what you see as you see it, and accept what you hear as you hear it. Why? What? There is no need for questions like that. You will learn the truth, and that is all. I will leave it completely up to you, Battler-sama, whether to accept it, believe it, or deny it. Genji-san checked one last time to see whether I was prepared to know the truth. The 8th twilight had already ended, and the 9th twilight, the witch would revive, and nobody would be left alive. It meant that Beatrice had already been revived, and it probably also meant that none of us would be allowed to return alive. If I was going to lose my life anyway, I wanted to know the truth in the end. It didn't matter how hard it might be to accept. Yeah, even if a demon or a witch shows up, I'm prepared. Indeed, you are just like the master in his youth. Battler-sama, please, be diligent in your studies. In the future, you will surely have great aspirations. When that time comes, see to it that you are never forced to regret a lack of study and training. I'd be happy to, assuming I ever get a chance to work hard in my studies. Genji-san's silence felt like it was further confirming a certain resigned feeling I had. What's gonna happen? And then, the door to grandfather's study, surrounded by a sweet smell, came into sight. Genji-san took a gold key with an elegant design out from his pocket. The master keys had been confiscated by Aunt Rosa, but he kept the key to the study alone on his person. He put it in the keyhole, and it made a heavy clunking sound. Master, it is I, Genji. I brought Battler-sama with me. There was no reply, but it seemed that permission to go inside had been given. Come, Battler-sama. Please, go in. Okay, I'll go in. I readied myself and threw the door open. Butterflies. At that moment, I got slightly disoriented by the dazzling golden glow. It was, unbelievably, a swarm of butterflies that shone gold. The gold butterflies that completely filled the inside of the study poured out all at once. What is this? It was almost like golden leaf confetti. The interior of Grandfather's study was filled with a golden glow. Drunk AF, right? There was something in that drink. And on a sofa like a reception chair in front of the study desk, I could see Grandfather's back. There was someone on the side opposite from Grandfather. It was in shadow, so I couldn't see it well. Master, I brought Battler-sama. Battler, is it? I'm busy thinking now. Be silent for a while. Kinzo declared that, unhappily, his back still turned. It seemed he was enjoying a chess game with the visitor. Apparently, the opponent had counterattacked with a superb move. Kinzo seemed to be enjoying himself as he thought deeply, while occasionally laughing and groaning. Oh hey, Beatrice. I've thought for 30 years. About how to counter this move. Have fun. Have fun with the move I have fermented for 30 years. Indeed, this is a deeply matured move. What fun, what fun. Cackle, 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 cackle. Ha 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 ha. I see, I'm no match for you. What is this? So you came, Battler. I've been waiting for a while. Be silent for Kinzo's sake. Isn't it too early to resign, Kinzo? I could have countered that move in several ways already. Cackle, cackle, cackle. I do like this theme. It should have been my first meeting with that witch. However, I knew this witch. Even though it was our first meeting, I knew her from the portrait. Genji, serve some alcohol for Battler. What would be an appropriate liquor for this man? That which the master has loved since the days of his youth. Good, good, serve it. You did well coming here, assured me of Battler. First, sit down. You called my name many times, did you not? In deference to that, I allowed you to meet me. So, what will you ask me? What will you inquire? The door of the Golden Land will soon be open. Soon we will have a banquet to celebrate my revival, at which I will be welcoming in the witches. In the meantime, I'll answer your questions, as many as you like. Witches? Plural? I've got a bunch of things I want to ask. What happened on this island? Why did incidents like these occur? I want to ask about the closed rooms, too. What about the chapel? What about Jessica's room? And the servant room? And Aunt Natsuhi's room? And the parlor? There's so much more I want to ask. About the witch's true nature. Is Beatrice really a witch? What's your goal? What do you want to make us do, and why did you call me here? Answer me, about everything. Be quiet. You think you'll get answers if you ask? Don't say that, Kinzo. fragile and fleeting spiderweb did offer protection from King Herod once. Just like there are no useless things in this world, there are also no useless questions. Very well, I'll answer all your questions, but only on one condition. What is it? If you hear everything and are able to accept my existence, then you will kneel and kiss my shoes. I called you here because I wanted to make you surrender to me. Kinzo and I made a bet. We bet on which would come first, Kinzo thinking of a new move, or me making you surrender. I don't think I'll lose. Cackle, 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 cackle. Damn you, talking so tough. Yeah, alright. Try and convince me. Try and convince me that you're a witch who can use weird, awesome, powerful magic. If I surrender, I'll kiss you or do anything else. The witch cackled gloatingly. Then she glared at him unpleasantly with eyes that said a man can't go back on his word. Well said. So, from what question shall I begin? I'll answer everything. Come, what will the first one be? Oh, she's just gonna say, it's magic. Right? Or is that it? Don't tell me that's it. No! And then the witch started to tell everything. Oh my god. You can't cliffhanger it there. She began answering all of Battler's questions. Everything made sense. He was convinced by all of it, and then Battler had no choice but to admit it. The witch certainly did exist. The end? Man, 20 minutes in? Damn. I didn't know. Thought we had more. What followed is a story that needs no retelling. When the king falls and you're defeated, it's time to restart reflecting on your finished game. And then all you can do is set up the pieces one more time. Well, I mean, we still have the tea parties to go through. I guess we'll start episode 3. Second game, Turn of the Golden Witch. Result. Well, Kraus died, Chisma the key of the Golden Land offered up as a sacrifice. Nazi died, Ava died, Hideyoshi died, Rudolph died, Kyrie died. So that's the first 6. Jessica died through the back by the stake of Asmodeus. Kenan pierced through the chest by the stake of Satan. I can't believe that was the end. Oh man, that's fun. Shannon gouged by the stake of Mammon. Goda, stake of Beelzebub. George, stake of Lucifer. Nanjo, stake of Belphegor. Kumasawa, stake of Leviathan. Set 5. The witch Beatrice, revived on the 9th twilight. She finally opens the door to the Golden Land. Kenzo, missing on the 10th twilight. After he acknowledged the existence of the witch and prostrated himself, the witch invited him to the Golden Land. Rosa, the witch did not invite this woman, who denied the witch's existence to the Golden Land. Maria, after she acknowledged the witch invited her. Genji, invited her. Battler, missing. Will he acknowledge the witch's existence and be invited to the Golden Land? The witch shall praise the wise and bestow 4 treasures in the Golden Land. There they choose to revive dead souls and the love that was lost. After all, if their desire had been a mountain of gold of any size, they would not have been able to receive it. Kinzo chose the person they had loved and lost. Maria chose the lost love of her mother. Genzi chose a peaceful sleep. Wait, what? Sleep peacefully, Beatrice. Let nothing disturb your slumber ever again. So Grandpa gets the girl? I guess, but then she dies? The winner is the Golden Witch Beatrice, because time ran out before any of the 18 could solve the riddle of the gold. All 18 died, and the seagulls cried. None were left alive. Well, that's 2 victories for Beatrice. It's a very... That's a shorter ending than the first one. Because the first one was doing like the police report. And then the book of Maria. Man. Well, that was... Damn it. Of course they wouldn't answer everything right now. One minute to midnight. Is there more? The first one was whack? Yeah. Oh, well. Hey, Mr. Oh, it's not over. Wait, what? Hey, Mr. Will. How's it going? Where are you, Beatrice? Show yourself. Beatrice! Rosa finally arrived at the chapel. She pointed her gun around her, screaming the witch's name. There was no way she would receive an answer. After grimacing slightly, she noisily approached the table where her siblings' corpses still lay exposed, and stretched out her arm towards a gold ingot. It was very heavy, but Rosa didn't mind. She wrapped that one up in a blanket and threw it over her shoulder. At least, just this one. This alone should be worth over 10 million. Without letting go of her gun, Rosa picked up the gold as well. Her shoulders were screaming, but Rosa didn't mind. It will happen very soon. Very soon, the door to the Golden Land will open. Stop laughing with that creepy voice. Where's Beatrice? Yeah, I know. She's around here somewhere, right? You know where, right? Where is she? Good. Just sort of stopping by before continuing Horimiya. Oh yeah, Horimiya. Oh yeah, I'm also watching Horimiya. Nice. How is it? I forget who recommended it. Oh, Super Eye Patch Wolf, right. It's like a good love story. Have to let me know how it goes. It's very cute. Oh, you're watching it now? I don't know. Even if you don't search for her, you'll be able to see her in the Golden Land. Ouch. I haven't watched too much, but I'm really enjoying it so far. Oh, okay. I'll have to add it to the list then. It's on Crunchyroll, right? Or one of the streaming services. Stop laughing like that. It almost makes me want to laugh. That's right, that was definitely a witch. Definitely a witch. Didn't understand, I thought she was a human calling herself a witch, but I was wrong. That really was a witch. I won't be fooled by something like that. You're there, right? Come out, show yourself. Beatrice! I told you. She'll appear very soon. The door to the Golden Land will be opened. I'm excited for that time I was reincarnated as a slime tomorrow. That last episode was very hype. I think it's Funimation, considering the Funimation intro is at the beginning of the website I use. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Damn, something's have to get Funimation. That's fine. Guessing. Plus the new Black Clover as well. Oh, is it tomorrow? Nice. Slime anime is getting sad now? Yeah. I mostly have high praise for that beginning fight at the first half of the last episode. That's right. Isn't that splendid? I care not. I abandon that rook. You, woman, are a king that cannot be reached without the resolve to lose everything that one has. I'll corner you, Beatrice. Hee ha 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 ha. At least call me a queen. Oh, what a brilliant move. So your blood, no, the Shurimiya blood is bad at giving up. How pleasant. What an truly elegant night. Hee ha 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 ha. Master, Beatrice-sama, it will soon be time for the banquet. Already? That was fast. Every night I pass with you goes by swiftly. The moon falls like an apple, and the sun leaps out of the river like a small fish. It is time, so let us go. Rise, battler. The banquet to celebrate my revival will now begin. Oh, did he kiss her shoes? No way. We're gonna head out. I'm gonna go watch a bit more Horimiya. Also go back to my den until the new ReZero episode. See ya, Mr. O. Have a good one. I'll introduce you as my new furniture. No, as my toy. To the dignitaries among the witches. The witch was relaxing elegantly, her feet thrown out from the sofa and resting on top of a footrest. However, the footrest wasn't a part of the sofa, but a human. A human down on all fours. Aw, poor battler. Beatrice-sama, your silk dress. You're the guest of honor, but I'm the host. I will go out first. It would have been nice if Shannon were here to help dress you, but unfortunately it seems she no longer remains. She's never around when I want to use her. An entirely useless person. However, you did well to remain here. I'm happy, my friend. Furniture? Oh yeah. Battler becomes furniture. I'm grateful for your words. Good. Wait downstairs, you two. Genji, good work. Set the dress down over there. Certainly. Well then, master. We will go first. Beatrice, I'll see you later. Indeed. Kenzo and Genji left the study. After that, the witch and the dress and the furniture remained. Oh god. Do you know why I'm not embarrassed to show myself to you naked? It's because you're furniture. Furniture. Understand? Furniture. Just furniture. Who would feel shame at exposing their body to furniture? So there's no reason for me to feel shame in front of you. Cackle, 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 cackle. The witch rose and her jacket slipped off, just from her shoulders. After that, the jacket fell to the ground with a thump. When the furniture respectfully approached to pick up those clothes, the witch gave it a small kick and it fell over. The furniture was afraid of what misconduct it might have shown. Do you, as furniture, plan to force me to unbutton myself? Stand, and undo the buttons. One by one, with care. Quickly. Gracefully. With no mistakes. The guests are being kept waiting, so change my clothes quickly. Yes. Cackle, 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 cackle. Cackle, cackle, cackle. Undo them with care. Those buttons are each worth more than one of your eyeballs. If you make a mistake and break them, I'll sew your eyeballs in instead. Cackle, 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 cackle. Eyes. Is that the end? No? Okay. The entrance hall was bustling with a crowd of shadowy people, and it sparkled gold with the gold butterflies flying about. The gentlemen in suits and tuxedos and the ladies in dresses looked like they were having a great number of friendly chats. At a glance, it might have looked like a fabulous medieval ball. But they all had one thing in common. That thing was exceedingly bizarre. Because all of them had goat heads. Was it a goat mask masquerade? Or did they really have goat heads? Probably couldn't be the latter, but in this bizarre world, I really didn't know which was true. Kenzo was amongst those goat nobles, greeting them. Kenzo's greetings were more respectful than would have been expected, as though these were all honored guests. At that time, Genji's voice rang out through the hall. It was a voice calling for silence. That voice stopped the idle chatter, and everyone turned to face Genji. Tonight, we celebrate the appearance of our golden witch, who has achieved her revival, the Lady Beatrice. Everyone, please welcome her with your applause. When Genji began to applaud, it quickly spread through the guests and became a roaring ovation. Then, the golden witch appeared from the top of the large staircase. As she gracefully waved her hand, followed by a piece of furniture she was fond of, she slowly descended the staircase. The goat nobles offered unanimous words of celebration in some long-forgotten language. And those who were deeply intimate embraced, filled with joy at their reunion. As the witch offered greetings of reunion, the witch's furniture followed behind her the whole time. There was a chain around his neck. The other end was gripped in the witch's hand, like it was a trained dog. It wasn't there to restrain him. Those chains were a restraining device whose only purpose was to wound the furnisher's dignity. He wasn't permitted to wear anything else on his body. One of the young women, goats, mixed in with the golden nobles, quietly removed her goat mask as the furniture passed in front of her. She spoke with eyes that had no light in them. That face seemed to belong to a long-haired young girl. Oh shit. That's an image. How pitiful. Oh, Lady Burkestelle. Welcome. Do you like my furniture? That's a nice hobby. After saying only that, the witch called Burkestelle once again put on her goat mask, and was swallowed up by the shadows of the other tall goats. Ha 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 ha. Sore loser. She's ticked off, isn't she? You're not wrong. Cackle, 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 cackle. The young woman goats giggled, and the witch once again let out a high-pitched laugh. Thank you for gathering here for my sake. Why don't we enjoy to the fullest this banquet of the witch, where old friends have gathered from past and present, east and west. Come, we will eat all night, drink all night, slurp all night, and chew to bits all night as we enjoy ourselves. Look at the clock as it marks when the ending hour and the beginning hour melt together. Come, let us begin the banquet of the witch. When the witch announced the beginning of the banquet, the large clock pointed to 2400, and the sound of a bell began to ring out. Come, now is the time. Open the golden door. Claps. All at once, the butterflies leaped in gold flew all around the inside of the room. Amidst the golden storm and the brilliant gold-colored light, the barrier between this world and another was cut open. Surrounded by the goats' delighted voices, the mansion of the human world and the mansion of those not human overlapped. And the members of the household praised the resurrection of the golden witch scattered into gold butterflies, and poured out of the depths of hell. It was a golden tornado, a rondo of golden demons. Come, tonight we'll put aside rank. Throw open the wine cellar. Drop the snake's head into the liquor pot. Throw cows and chickens into the furnace alive. Drink and eat and sing and dance. Sneer and kill and desecrate and degrade. Ah, Beatrice, take me to the golden land now. To the golden land. Oh, ah. The goat nobles were suddenly crushing in around Kinzo, almost like they were kids demanding the signature of some famous movie star. There were only two differences. First, these were witches, not kids. And second, what these witches demanded was not a signature. The sea of goat nobles began to drown Kinzo. Only Kinzo's laughing voice echoed throughout the area. Okay. Alright. You didn't have to do that. It was a grand mixture of laughter and his death throes. Then Kinzo became wine and meat and bread. An aroma if slurped, a rich taste if gnawed, and pleasant to tear to bits. The sound of his death throes lingered on sweetly. And if adorned with melted chocolate and golden argent, it would make a wonderful dessert. If you took the bones home, you could also use them in a soup. The remains could even become toys for the children to play with. They could also become splendid tools for fortune-telling that always brought misfortune. Yeah, you didn't have to do that part. That entire scene was watched by the furniture. It was all fantastical. It's all demonic. Was the quaking of its supposedly paralyzed heart proof that it could still feel fear? At that time, its knees buckled, and the furniture's body fell down in the midst of the middle of the carpet. After all, the witch had kicked those knees from behind. Kneel and show your respect. Rub your forehead against the carpet and show how vocal you are. Put your hands behind your back and swear that you will offer all your flesh and blood to me. The furniture let out a painful voice. Fear is the most basic emotion humans have. Is that emotion reviving a sense of self, which should already have been slain? So, you are still far from suitable for my furniture. Very well. I will carefully finish you, making you into the kind of furniture I like, the kind fitting only for me. As you are now, I doubt you can offer more than entertainment for our guests. The gold nobles were surrounding the crouching furniture. It seemed their blazing, blood-red eyes couldn't hide their ecstasy at this new young food they'd been given. And from the ugly teeth that stuck out of countless mouths, saliva. Maybe the traces of meat and wine that they'd just eaten dribbled down. Eek. As the furniture let out a wild scream, it retreated, still sitting on its backside. But the circle of nobles was closing in. Then, the furniture looked at the witch's face. It had surrendered to the witch, so, believing that the witch would show some compassion, it stared at her face in the end. But there was nothing but scorn on the witch's face. She wasn't even facing the furniture anymore. The witch went off to greet an honored guest with whom she had crossed gazes. Who's she talking to? The goat nobles looked down upon the furniture. Actually, they had been waiting. Just like how one must remove the cork in order to drink champagne, they had to wait for one thing before partaking of the offering served at this banquet. Of course, the furniture didn't know about this thing, but it came out of his mouth all by itself. Just like the unavoidable pop of a cork, and it inevitably came out of his mouth. It was a scream. It was a sign that marked the beginning of the modest banquet at which he was to be served. Gabuga Kuki Boryu. Banquet of the Witch. Yeah, you don't have to do that. Stop. Oh man. It's like I'm trying to look away, but I'm looking. Alright. Well, oh? By now, the garden was one of both roses and gold. Gold-colored garden where gold butterflies, gold fairies, and gold lizards rampaged and flew about wildly. Maria, quickly! Run! Quickly, 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 quickly! Rosa grasped her gun at the blanket wrapped around the ingot and ran at a speed Maria couldn't match, sometimes pausing to call out at Maria to run faster. So, she saw it every time. She saw the golden pursuers chasing them from the mansion. The massive gold butterflies were chasing after them like a massive crawling hand, and strange-looking shadows with goat heads were chasing after them. There was no need for her to strain her eyes, because those blazing pupils told her what would happen if she was captured. Mama, wait. Mama, wait. Heavy, please. It's a banger for sure. Ooh, ooh, ow. Maria fell down. For just an instant, Rosa was ashamed by thoughts of abandoning her daughter and running away. And at the instant her feet touched ground, she ran back. The goat head that had sprinted over to get the first bite grabbed hold of the back of Rosa's own child's hair and pulled. Mama! No! Rosa rammed into the goat head with her shoulder. Spun. bashed the back of her elbow into the goat's jaw, and buried her knee into its protruding chest. Oh? And she thrust the barrel of the gun inside the goat head's mouth as it doubled over from the pain in its gut. What about the gun? Oh. Just try laying one finger on Maria in front of me. I'll show you just how lukewarm the hell you came from is. Not my daughter, you bitch! The blast from Winchester's .45's caliber-long Colt bullet exploded inside the goat head's throat, and its medulla oblongata was instantly pulverized. The goat head hadn't understood. They thought women were like pre-opened wine bottles. They thought that turning them upside down would immediately make their deep red contents come out. Is this the redemption? I guess so. For Rosa. Mama. Mama! Maria, who'd been released, hugged Rosa. I think they played this track earlier when George and Shannon were dying. But the pursuers were still coming. They could see the giant goat heads, who had given up pretending to be human, running towards them from across the rose bushes. Rosa spilled several extra bullets, which had been in the pocket of her coat, all over the place, and told Maria to pick them up. Yes. Pick up. Maria, if Mama falls down, run. Go to the shore, and swim. There's nowhere for us to survive on this island. No. I'll stay with Mama. Ooh. Oh? Rosa's gun roared 4 times. But even though 4 shots really did hit the massive approaching goats in the chest, they didn't even flinch. The goats ran with violent vigor, as though they planned to crush Rosa and Maria with those massive bodies. Put the bullet in! Quickly! Ooh. Rosa grasped the blanket with the ingot in both hands. She herself sprinted, pulling it along, without even an ounce of fear of those strange-looking giants. It's to protect my daughter. I'll overcome even hell. I'll show you. This golden dream! Oh? Rosa roared. The goat heads roared. That terribly heavy ingot, after picking up a fearsome centrifugal force and speed, slammed into the head of the goat head. Rosa pulled a fountain pen from her pocket, but she held it crooked. She placed it in her palm, in the gap between her middle finger and her ring finger, so that it stuck out when she made a fist, almost like a stinger was growing out of it. That stinger sliced into the left eye of the goat head as it fell over. Was the goat head's roar a scream? But Rosa's roar was different. She pulled back her fist and slammed into the fountain pen that was still sticking to the goat head's eye. The pointed tip was gouged into the depths of its head. Damn, Rosa. Mama, the bullet went in. Good job. When Rosa grabbed the gun Maria had thrown, the giant finally tumbled on the ground with a thunderous crash. However, at the same time, I saw a goat head pursuers on the other side of the rose bushes increase in number. I've gained enough distance for now. I held onto the blanket wrapped around the ingot and the gun, and once again ran with Maria. Why am I running with a gun in my right hand and the gold in my left? Why don't I let go with one hand and grasp Maria's hand? Can't let go of the gun that protects my body. Can't let go of the gold that protects my future. But even so, I've let go of the hand of my daughter, the one who is my future. Damn, Rosa's badass, yeah. Run. She got out of the rose garden and began to run down a staircase through a grove of trees. But Rosa knew. This path through the grove turned and twisted many times, and only seemed to be long. She tore straight through it. She had played here often since her childhood years, so she knew. To the beach, to the beach, to the sea, to the sea, to the sea. And after reaching the sea, nothing to do but swim. And if Mira can't swim, I'll carry her as I swim. There's nothing but death on this island. She needs a third arm. Kia! Mama? As she raced down the stairs, she took a bad step. Violent pain ran up her left ankle, and her mind went completely blank. Rosa fell down several stairs, shocked by her ankle, which was bent at an odd angle. And the blanket with the ingot wasn't there. She had let go of it the instant she fell, and it had disappeared somewhere into the darkness. Only the gun was left. Tremors on the earth were getting closer. It was only a matter of time before the goat heads flooded in. She didn't want to imagine how many there would be, or how strange they would look. The lightly dancing gold pursuers arrived. The gold butterflies surrounded Rosa and Maria, waving and clamoring as though saying, "The prize is here! The prize is here!" Rosa couldn't even try to get up. The violent pain from her broken ankle was so great that she couldn't ignore it, even in her last moments. What am I doing? I had the gold, which would have been worth several million yen. I might have been able to start over with that, yet I fell. I lost it. Now my own life is in danger. And Maria's too? What has my life been? I was born into an incomprehensible family, with irritating older siblings since the day I was born. What did I do? No matter what I did or didn't do, I was always in trouble and bullied and made fun of. What has my life been? Mama, Mama, Mama. The roar inside Rosa's heart shriveled away and disappeared. It disappeared when she heard Maria's crying voice as she sobbed and clung to Rosa. Maria. Mama remembered something she's got to do. Please, go on ahead. No. I want to stay with Mama. I don't want Mama to die. Maria. Even though I'm such a bad mama, still say you want to stay with me. Yeah, I want to stay with you. I want to stay with Mama. Aww. I made it look like I was putting you first, but I was always putting you off. I went to your athletic meet. I went to Parents' Day, but I was always thinking about how I appeared to the world, and you were never in my eyes. Are you saying that you want to stay with that kind of mother, even though I've been such a bad mother? Hey, Mama. Did you know? You're my only mama in this world. There's no good mama or bad mama. There's just one mama. So, I don't need any other mama in this world. And I want to be your one and only Maria. The Maria you want to spoil when you're in a good mood. And the Maria who's a nuisance and you don't want to be around aren't different people. There's only one Maria. So the scary mama and the nice mama are the same. To me, they're my one and only mama. I was such an idiot. I didn't need gold. If only I just pulled you by the hand. I was such a stupid mama. The shadows of the goats covered the sky even more thoroughly than the trees of the forest. Their roars blotted out the world with fear. Rosa, still hugging Maria, readied her gun with one hand. Damn, yeah. Maria, let's go together. I'll never leave you. Let's always stay together so that Mama never gets lost again. Yeah. We'll be able to see each other soon. We'll be together forever. We'll be able to see each other in the Golden Land. Then we'll play together. Play with the wolves and sheep puzzle. Mama hasn't solved more than one of the puzzles, but I've solved them all. So I'll be the riddle giver. She had bought it as a birthday present, then hadn't played it with Maria after that first night. Yes, we'll play together. I promise. Mama! Those eyes, sparkling like red-hot lava, looked just like a group of fireflies. They danced, closed in, and attacked. Come on! Let whoever wants to eat the bullet Maria chambered for me to step forward. Jeez. And the seagull's crying. There were no survivors. Oh, man. Now that's an ending. Jeez. man. I don't know. Hyperclap. The Golden Witch has prepared a gift for you in the commemoration of your stay. You can find these new features in the title screen. Muso? Why is the achievement called Muso? Alright. Well, let's see what the tea party has to say. Let's see what's gonna happen. What is Beatrice gonna talk to us about? It's 56. I don't know if I want to start episode 3 right now. We'll do the tea party for sure. But I don't know. Probably take a nap, then come back. Probably for the best. That was a wild episode. Purgatorio. I thought this was going to go on longer. I didn't expect the 22-minute, then the extra 40 minutes of after credits. Rosa awoke from her doze. Must have been in a very deep sleep. Her mind was hazy, and she wasn't thinking clearly. Where is this? It felt like some mansion, but it didn't seem to be the Ushiramiya mansion. She could see a room that looked like a parlor, and there was some tea that had been prepared. It had probably been made for her. Around the room, some glitter that looked like gold leaf drifted about, making the scene look quite fantastical. When she eventually realized that they were gold butterflies, it further strengthened that impression. There was someone across from her. A woman. A lady. It was the portrait's witch. What was that jingle? The Golden Witch has lived for 1,000 years. She has surpassed the limits of humans, and like demons, will sometimes appear in response to the summons made by humans to offer power in exchange for a price. She likes black tea and ice cream. She hates boredom and people who deny her existence. He finally reached the Golden Land he so desired to see. However, since he was a fool unwilling to accept it, the magic was wasted once again. Even so, he was probably happy. After all, he managed to be reunited with the Golden Witch, if only for a brief time. Afterwards, he was crushed to bits and eaten by demons and went to hell. Missing. Selfless furniture seeks nothing but repose in the Golden Land. However, since a fool obstinately rejects the Golden Land, it seems his time of repose is unlikely to come soon. Afterwards, he was torn to pieces and eaten by demons and went to hell. Oh. Poor, what's his face? Wait, Battler's missing. Oh, poor Genji, yeah. Why can't I click on Battler? Rosa. In the Golden Land, she finally found a treasure more precious than gold. However, it only lasted a brief time. Because of a fool, she was forced to once again lose what she had finally found. Afterwards, she was chewed into a pulp by demons and went to hell. In the Golden Land, she learned that her mother would still truly loved her. At least for now, she is satisfied. Huh. I think that's all the new ones. Yeah. Portrait switch. She seemed to be having a one-sided conversation. She was probably talking to Rosa. But Rosa, whose mind was clouded up by a deep fog, didn't have a clue what was being said. Choose whatever you please. If there is anything you want, I'll give it all to you. You can think of it as a reward for your good luck, or else as proper compensation for how you've answered to my demands. It may have been a truly trivial matter from your perspective. However, the deal was important enough to me to be deserving of this reward. What is she talking about? I don't know. It's just that I'm very much a witch. Perhaps you'd best ask for something only a witch can give you. What a rare chance this is, to actually receive the favor of Beatrice the Golden, me. Kaku kaku. Finally, Rosa started to feel the blood flowing through her body. Her movements were still sluggish, and she couldn't even voice the words she was thinking. I am commonly called the Golden Witch. Bestowing a mountain of gold like the one I gave Kinto is trivial to me. After all, you can measure all the pleasures of the human world with money. Therefore, gold is no more or less than the manifestation of the human world's pleasures. Can you imagine it? A mountain of gold that you couldn't use up as long as you lived? As the witch blew up on her pipe, multicolored smoke enshrouded their surroundings. As she did this, the inside of the parlor was suddenly filled with stacks of gold ingots. It looked like a shining gold-colored wall. If each ingot was worth several 10 million yen, how much would all this be worth? It seemed sinful to even think of such a number. However, the human world is difficult. I know there are some things that cannot be settled, no matter how high into the sky you pile up gold. I know there are cracks that cannot be filled. I won't make light of that, which is why this is a gift that only a witch such as I can give. Why don't I fill all those cracks in for you? Yes, how about this? It's something only I can give. You should be very happy. No need to thank me out loud. I can tell right away. It's written on your face and in the corners of your heart. Cackle, cackle. Rosa felt a touch of discomfort at this, which kept on talking even though Rosa hadn't uttered a single word. But since she still couldn't manage to speak, and was so helpless that it was difficult to even move a finger, she couldn't do anything but listen. How far must the deep wounds in your heart recede before they can be healed? This is deep. Quite deep indeed. Sometimes, wounds close up while a fragment of foreign matter remains inside. Even when such wounds appear to have healed, they continue to throb for all eternity. Sometimes, you have to open the wound once more in order to heal it completely. As the witch spoke, she stared deep into Rosa's eyes. What in the world was she peering at? Rosa felt uncomfortable, but she still couldn't look away. So, your pain was already faded by the time of your birth. How heartbreaking. You don't have to say it. I understand. Rosa was gradually being sucked into the witch's eyes. Then, the world grew dark, spinning round and round as she was sucked in. What's going on? Oh. Rosa. Why are you such an idiot? Oh, that's Kraus Nissan's voice. Kraus Nissan is a real adult, so he's very smart. So he hated the stupid kid, Rosa. He was a very scary person. I was often hit and my toys were taken from me and broken. I was apparently being punished for something bad I'd done, but I never really understood what it was, or why I was being punished. I was always punished suddenly and then later told what the punishment was for, in a forced manner, but it was always something I didn't remember doing. So I really hated Kraus Nissan. I wonder who's going to survive next time. Rosa. Why are you such an idiot? Oh, that's Eva Nissan's voice. Eva Nissan is a real adult, so she's very smart. So she hated the stupid kid, Rosa. She was always a very sly person, and she often lied to me, tricked me, bullied me all the time. Apparently I was stupid, and she said it was only natural for stupid people to be swindled by those smarter than them. So I wanted to become a wise person like Eva Nissan, and listen to what she said. But when I obeyed her, for some reason, someone always got really mad at me. So I really hated Eva Nissan. And then Rudolph? Or no? Rosa. Why are you such an idiot? Oh, that's Rudolph Nissan's voice. Rudolph Nissan really knows how to get things done. So he hated the stupid kid, Rosa. When Kraus Nissan was around, he would be friendly with Kraus Nissan. When Eva Nissan was around, he would be friendly with Eva Nissan. And when Kraus Nissan wasn't around, he would be violent like Kraus Nissan. And when Eva Nissan wasn't around, he would play dirty like Eva Nissan. even though he was also bullied most of the time. When Kraus Nissan and Ava Nissan weren't around, it gave me 2 people's worth of bullying. So I really hated Rodolph Nissan. Oh, but these were my memories from when I was a kid. It's common for unfair things to happen between kids. You mustn't hold on to grudges for such things forever. With time, those memories get buried away, and forgetting them, bit by bit, is supposed to be a part of growing up and becoming an adult. So becoming an adult is the same as separating yourself from all those memories. And because of that, no matter how much time passed, Rosa couldn't become an adult. Even though she'd been blessed with a daughter called Maria and was called a mother, she didn't at all feel like she had become an adult. The witch pitied her for that, and she smiled, saying that she could heal that pain herself. How can I heal you? It's possible, but not easy. I might rewind time and giving you a world where you have no older siblings. But that way, your memories of being hurt by your older siblings wouldn't remain. And in that sense, while you might call it a gift, you wouldn't be able to accept it. A person is only satisfied when their starvation is healed. But if you make it so they never starved in the first place, none of them will thank you. Just like how there are no young people who give thanks for their daily gluttony. Understand? I think she's telling me something really complicated. In short, even if she makes it so I never had older siblings, that wouldn't remove my pain. Maybe that's what she's saying. Strictly speaking, that's not quite right. Healing isn't the same thing as removing pain. It's the pleasure we earn as compensation for withstanding pain. Therefore, removing the pain isn't healing. To know the joy of healing, you have to know the pain. Which means, you must know joy in order to compensate you for your pain. You should be proud of your past sufferings. After all, they are what make it possible for you to know pleasure that those without pain will never experience. Those who experience pleasure cannot help but pass on the same joy to others. Cackle, cackle. When the witch snapped her fingers, even though the room was still filled with a mountain of gold and had already lost all semblance of reality, a fabulous tablecloth appeared on top of the table, and a wonderful meal was laid out, almost as though it was the opening of a banquet in a castle from some fairy tale. For an instant, Rosa truly did feel a pleasurable surprise at how fabulous it was. But at the same time, she felt a bit of anticlimax. After all, she didn't think being bullied by her siblings could be wiped away by just one meal, no matter how delicious. Food is the source of many human pleasures. You simply must eat like a pig as long as you live. If one meal isn't enough, then have as many as you want, until the pain of your heart is healed. Why not continue this gourmet banquet? Begin it, furniture. Oh. As the witch clapped twice, there were suddenly 2 goat-head servants there, and began to prepare the meal. From the beautiful dishes adorning the table, they efficiently took some food and began to pile it up on Rosa's plate. It really did look delicious, but Rosa's body still felt as heavy as lead, and there was no way she'd be able to eat. Maybe they also understood that. The goat-head servants tied a napkin around Rosa's collar, and gallantly brought a glass of before-dinner alcohol to her mouth, tilting it for her. She remembered an old servant who had once carried rice porridge to her mouth when she was laid up with a high fever. She couldn't drink it well, and it dripped down from her mouth, but she felt the fragrant sweetness spread throughout her mouth. It's a sweet aperitif of noble wrought German-made wine. A wine cocktail of white wine mixed with a crimson golden drop. If I had to give it a name, I'd call it a Bloody Kraus. Oh god. Soaked with just a golden drop of her brother's blood that was squeezed out of a compressor. She is a witch. Rosa coughed violently. And the bright red that stained her face made it look as though she'd coughed up blood. You know a lot about black tea, so you should know what it means, right? Golden drop refers to the last drop in a drink. It is called the most precious drop in black tea. So, a golden drop of blood is the same. The last and most precious drop of blood squeezed out of a human. We squeeze it using that. As the witch snapped her fingers, a bright red veil that had been set up before something large was removed. The solemn and massive machine there was just like a coffin for a large-sized person, with many large, bulb-like things stuck to it. And it looked like a sinister torture device. By its unnerving shape, she could tell that with the human strength, it could be used to tighten and compress something. It seemed that there were still some squeezed dregs remaining, because of the bright red remains that stained it. But you can't take more than one golden drop at once. No matter what kind of human you take it from, you can't get more than one drop. But I am a witch. Reviving a person is easy for me. When the witch snapped her fingers, the human compressor suddenly began to shake. No, she could also hear a groan. It looked almost as though someone sleeping in that man-sized coffin had woken up and was now struggling to get out. But that was wrong. What was inside definitely had been squeezed dregs. Using her magic, the witch had once again revived the squeezed dregs to how they'd been before they were squeezed. 3 goat-head servants with muscular physiques approached the compressor and forcefully started tightening the large bowl. As they did, an unearthly moan came from inside the coffin. Rosa thought she knew the owner of that voice. It is fitting for cooking to be done in the kitchen. Enough. Stand back. Do you understand how precious a golden drop is? To have it stained this crimson requires that several dozens people were be squeezed. The witch definitely said that only one golden drop could be taken from a single human. And yet she had dozens of people's worth of golden drops for a single human. Only a witch could do this. The Golden Witch Beatrice could kill a single human endlessly. In other words, before Beatrice, even death did not mean freedom. Do you need me to put it a different way? Have you forgotten the day this man hit you, when you swallowed the blood that ran into your mouth? That's right. Remember that taste. Remember the taste of the tears that you spilled until you were dry. I believe this aperitif will be sufficient to heal that regrettable memory. Cackle, cackle. Once again, the goat-head servants tilted a deep red glass against her mouth. Rosa tried resisting by closing her lips, but the deep red liquid was relentlessly poured into her mouth, which hung open with shock, and the inside of her mouth was filled with a ghastly sweetness. Definitely was a fragrant sweetness. The living blood of her brother, who had given her such hateful thoughts and made her soak her pillow so many times, had been collected from his death, repeated dozens of times. How could the crimson-stained wine not be sweet? Rosa tried to spit it out. Because of that, deep red wine that spilled out of Rosa's mouth looked just like a bloodstain. Now that she knew that this ghastly substance wasn't a simple aperitif, Rosa couldn't help but feel uncomfortable about what would happen if this banquet continued. That is a double-tongued salad made from vegetables in season. On your 9th birthday, you made a wish that you'd someday get to chew this to bits. The salad made from Ava's tongue. Uh-oh. When Rosa heard that the true nature of the pink-colored meat piled up in the salad, she had a sudden impulse to vomit her guts out. Furthermore, the goat servants stuck a fork in it and carried it to Rosa's mouth. How does your double-tongued sister taste? Must be quite soft and enchanting, right? Cackle, cackle. Probably quite sweet, soft and enchanting in her mouth. After all, Ava's lies were always sweet. Young Rosa had always listened to them. And you might say the stimulating pepper or seasoning expressed the truth behind those lies well. As the tongue salad kept being pushed into Rosa's mouth was covered with saliva, she spat it out. But the goat-head servants carefully returned it to the plate, carried it to Rosa's mouth over and over again. Goes without saying, but I made this salad liberally using 5 of Ava's tongues. can't get more than one tongue out of a person, but I can get them over and over. Cackle, cackle. Sorceress' tears dripped down. She resisted frantically. However, the only way she could resist was by refusing to swallow. Even if she didn't swallow it, the taste of the French dressing increasingly permeated Rosa's mouth. Does it not please you? There's lots more. Sea bass pie wrapped in the skin of Rudolph's face, soup with boiled brains, liver pate, and I look forward to dessert. Cap. It's not just your siblings, see? I have lavishly assembled all of those whom you have trusted and yet by whom you were betrayed. Why don't we continue this banquet for all eternity until your heart is satisfied? This tea party is not as nice as the last one. Yeah. But in the last one, George, Jessica, Shannon, Cannon died, I think. And Maria too, I think. You're happy, right? Ushiromiya Rosa? Don't pretend you hate it. I know that you're actually happy, Kay. If you want to laugh, then do so. And if you won't feel better until you've heard a raw performance of your annoying older sibling screams, I'll let you hear them as much as you like. Fear not. Your reluctance doesn't trouble me. But yeah, this one's much worse. That's just your personality, right? On the inside, you're actually so happy that your skin is crawling all over. And yet, on the outside, you're merely pretending that all this causes you pain, yes? It's alright. Here, there is no need to worry about honor or your public image or anything. So laugh as much as you want and chew it to bits. Isn't this the best banquet, Ushiromiya Rosa? Please, stop. Cough. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to leave dessert as a surprise, but let me reveal it now anyways. Maybe that will be enough incentive for you to eat up the full course. Your dessert is that beloved daughter that you had to keep pretending to love. Oven-baked Maria with apples. Doesn't that sound yummy? God. Once you eat this, you'll be released from everything. Freedom, you see? Freedom. Finally, Rosa will gain freedom as an individual person. Aren't you happy? You should be happy. Drool is hanging from her mouth. Just try looking in a mirror. Oh boy. Suddenly, muscular goat cook was holding Maria under his arm, and Maria gazed at Rosa with a face that was only slightly sad. Mama, was I a burden? No. You aren't a burden. As Rosa spat out the food that was continually being carried to her mouth. She was covered with filth and saliva and blood. She resisted filthily and screamed. If you think I'm a burden, I don't mind if you eat me. After all, I'm always doing horrible things to you. Even when you bring a man over, I can't stay quiet. When you spend the night out with a man, I get lonely and unruly and make a mess of my room. When I go to search by myself, I get lost. The police pick me up and you're shamed. When you don't come home for several days and I cry and have to be consoled by the neighbors, you're shamed. Because I'm like this, I'm a burden to Mama. Sorry for being born. So I'll become delicious oven-baked apples for Mama's sake. And then maybe Mama will be happy I exist for the first time. Maybe she'll eat. I think I'm delicious. Isn't it delicious? Be choked up with tears of gratitude. Your daughter is saying this much for you, right? Oven-baked apples and your beloved daughter make for the best dessert. You've managed to raise such delicious ingredients. Aren't you the best mother, Ushiromiya Rosa? Oh boy. Oh god. Oh, no, stop. Epilepsy warning. Mama, thanks for everything. Bye-bye. I actually covered the screen with my hand. Wait, Maria, that's wrong. Stop already. No. Didn't want something like this. Please stop. Please forgive me. No. Stop it already. Don't put it in my mouth. Gee. Monk insane. Have you been satisfied with my hospitality? Then I'll have you accept it. That I am a witch. Proclaim it. Ushiromiya Rosa accepts that Beatrice is a witch. I accept it. Ushiromiya Rosa accepts that Beatrice is a witch. So give Maria back. Release me! Cackle, cackle. Ha 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 ha. Finally made you acknowledge it. That crafty battler has already surrendered, and I made Rosa, the fool who denied me even after being invited to the Golden Land, accept it. Perfect. It's perfect. I've accomplished my perfect victory. Come, bring Maria. Prepare a delicious oven roast for Rosa. No, Maria! Looks delicious. Slice up your cow tits and make me a sandwich. What? What? That voice! Oof! Oh? An arm grabbed the back of the witch's head and smashed her face into the table. As it did, the witch broke to pieces, turned to a cloud of gold butterflies, and reformed into her body as a short distance away. It's Battler? Battler? Oh shit. you bastard. I thought you'd surrendered so far that even your soul is furniture. Me too. But while I was listening to that gross recipe, I started to get a little hungry. Now I feel like eating a whole roast witch. And Maria, it's 10 years too early for you to talk about having someone eat you up. Jesus. But in 10 years, you'd better say that to me. Promise? Gross. Gross. Ooh, promise. Battler-kun? Sorry to keep you waiting, Aunt Rosa. The fuck, Battler? Yeah. I'd forgotten. This is a one-on-one fight between me and this woman. It's totally wrong for me to give in. Thanks to you hanging in there, got in my will to fight back. This person, he gave up down to the depths of his soul and surrendered to me, didn't he? I see. Doesn't know when to give up. Just what I'd expect from Ushiromiya Kinzo's grandchild. So the chick of the phoenix is a phoenix after all. How dashing. How amusing. I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't have you any other way, Battler. Try to deny me. I'll completely and thoroughly smash you to bits. Let me make you surrender over and over again. I'll teach you. One who has licked my shoes, the taste of defeat, over and over again. No problem. I'll teach you that I, Ushiromiya Battler, a man who can stand back up even after crawling through the mud. I've never been invincible in a fight. Lost loads of times. But I'll definitely crawl through the mud and stand up again. Then I'll finish this. In a man's fight, you don't lose until you accept defeat, no matter how much you get beat up. Don't think I'm out just because you took a shot at me. I'll give you a good show, Beatrice. I'll accept your challenge, Ushiromiya Battler. Furniture, begin preparations for the next game. While we're waiting, why don't you tell me all about it? There are a lot of closed rooms in this game. Using red, I've smashed to bits most of the methods by which you tried to talk yourself out of them. What other evasive quibbles will you show me now? The lock to the chapel, the lock to Jessica's room, the lock to the servant room, the lock to Natsuki's room, the lock to the parlor. I think we should save there. So we have something. Okay, so let's talk theories. The lock to the chapel. Someone in the middle of the night went to Maria's room, got the envelope with the key, opened the chapel, killed the 6 siblings and husbands and wives, and then did the Halloween party, and then went back into Maria's room, put the key back in the envelope, resealed it, and there we go. They locked Jessica's room. It was Goda. I don't know. They locked to the servant room. It was Goda and Genji. Easy. Locked to Natsuhi's room. That one I don't know. Because that one was inside already, right? It was Kenzo. Kenzo did Natsuhi's room. The lock to the parlor, that was Kenzo as well. We'll go with that. Use your bizarre specialty. Those delusions, rantings, daydreams, and bluffs. All slanted with ridiculous, incredible turns of events. And show how you can thoroughly deny me. It's useless. It's all useless! I don't know what they did with Kenan's body, though. Okay. That's it for the tea party. Because he said he died, so they must have carried the corpse somewhere. I don't know how to explain how Kenan became a zombie and killed Nanjo and Kumasawa, but... maybe that just didn't happen. I don't know. Oh? I'm getting music? We getting lyrics? Vocal singing? Oh shit, they have vocals. Am I heading out for now? Might be back later. Sounds good, Nara. I actually might head out after the next tea party. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a good one. Lambda Delta? Oh, that's spoilers. What the fuck? Alright, sounds good. Yeah. See you, Nero. Catch you later. Well, that was a good song. Also, hey Zyko, how's it going? But that was just episode 2 of an 8-episode series. But we're still not done. We still have something extra. Oh my god, I'm still in bed. My phone will be on in like 5 minutes. All my phones. Question mark has been added. Okay, so we do get a new tea party. Are you talking like your alarm? But yeah, we're not done. We have one more thing, and then we're gonna call it, and then we'll be back in the morning. Because I don't think I want to start episode 3 right now, because I feel a little tired. You just woke up? Oh, okay. I had to end early today, and I wanted to finish this episode since I was so close. Welcome to the tea party. Let's see. What's gonna happen? I'm getting like Final Fantasy VIII vibes with this song. Well then, did you find that game enjoyable? Game that one-sided goes beyond being riveting. It's boring. Cackle. My, but you're as harsh as always. Considering how proud I was to have created a development so impactful that it might satisfy even the boredom-hating Lady Birkenstell, this response is quite harsh. Well, I'll admit it was impactful. However, it was horrible as a fair game. Unless to make the conditions a bit more even. Are you saying there's no way to win? Not even for Lady Birkenstell? Cackle. I wonder what you mean by that, Beato. There's no need to try and fool me. I already know that you're no bystander. Were you planning on hiding it? You're an outrageous person to come into someone else's territory from such a great distance to work against them. You came to watch from the sidelines and probably pushed strongly for my defeat. I guessed right, haven't I? And if so? Cackle. Truly amusing. But I should be granted a chance to fight against Lady Birkenstell, the strongest of witches who defeated Lady Lambadelta. Is truly a pleasure. Yes, I'm also pleased. I came all this way because I really wanted to see you, brimming with confidence, fall apart and lose. What an honest person. Cackle. Even so, it would be a shame if the contest between me and the great Lady Birkenstell was resolved without at least one observer. You called her here, didn't you? That kid. Oh? Hey, there she is. I found you. I finally found you, Birkenstell. So that's Lambadelta. So I'm aware of Lambadelta, her name, and then her character art. I have no idea how she is, or what she does, but let's see what happens. How are you, Lambda? Looks like you got lots of spare time too. Wonder if it's fate that the pair who hates boredom should run into each other again. Stupid kid. Can't you see you only won against me because of a little luck and a problem of compatibility? After that, you became such a brag, and now you're even picking a fight with Beatrice? Shouldn't you learn your place? Giggle. Beatrice is strong. She's even more brutal than I am. Just a bit. And by the way, don't go shortening people's names without their permission. She just leaves. You're dumb too, Beato. If this kid's in your game, she'll make a mess of everything. I certainly didn't just bring Lady Lambadelta here to watch from the sidelines. Oh? The Endless Witch, who has lived for 1,000 years, she is known for being exceptionally cruel among witches. She loves bullying the weak and is capable of using trial and error endlessly to find the cruelest fate they can possibly be given, and she toys with the victims even further by piling on one after another. This witch is extremely powerful, but word has it that she sometimes becomes obsessed with creating certain patterns, so that her means end up becoming her goals. Birkenstell, the Witch of Miracles, who has lived for 1,000 years. Her vast power is capable of creating all kinds of miracles, but her heart has broken a bit as a result. Back when she was a human, Lambadelta once imprisoned her within a cruel fate. toying with her the whole time. As a result, it seems she's unable to abandon others who are caught within a similar fate. Theoretically, she's a witch with the greatest of powers, but in practice, there is no more realistic than folding a piece of paper 100 times so that it reaches the moon. Yet, she did fold it 100 times. Lambda Delta, a witch of certainty, who has lived for 1,000 years. She embodies the idea that hard workers are rewarded, and is revered even by humans. Though she is a witch, she does not stray far from the concept of humans. For that reason, her powers, when worshipped by humans, is incalculable. However, she is fickle about whose efforts she chooses to reward. In many cases, she bestows her favor upon those who entertain her the most. Her immense, swift, and terrifying power can make any witch surrender in an instant. However, she is often reckless, and Bernkastel was able to take full advantage of that. Okay. I wonder if I checked that when I was in the first tips. I certainly didn't just bring Lady Lambda Delta here to watch from the sidelines. After informing me that you were betting against me, she said that she would bet against you. You're still holding a grudge, aren't you? Ho 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 ho. Because I'm the strongest witch in the universe. But I lost to you, which means I'm not the strongest. So any enemy of yours is my ally. Cackle, cackle. And there you have it. With the great Lady Bernkastel as our opponent, this may not even count as a handicap, but it should make for good entertainment. Does it do as you like? Now that I've been exposed, allow me to get serious. That would be well. Going easy has never been written in my dictionary. Cackle, 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 cackle. Lady Lambda Delta, let us enjoy our precious time together. Yeah, I'll be counting on you, Lady Beatrice. I've been betrayed pretty bad by her, too. Until the two of us smash her up and pay her back double, I won't be able to rest. I'll be counting on you, Lambda. And you, Beato. No matter what we fight over, this will be a very significant battle for us all. That's right. Of course, I don't plan on losing, but we got a goal beyond who wins and who loses. After all, we hate boredom. The three witches giggled, cackled, and guffawed. That's right. I should thank you, Beato. Looks like I'll finally be able to escape my boredom. Do your best to entertain me, along with Lambda Delta. Leave it to me. Cackle. We're decided, Beato, let's start a strategy meeting right now. I know all of this girl's weak points, and I'll teach you all of them. And yet, Lady Lambda Delta, you were defeated by her. Cackle. I won't tell you. I won't tell you. Soon. Cackle. Ha ha ha. She's never boring, that Lady Lambda Delta. Isn't she? Take care of her. She gets lonely easily. I see. So she's one of those that are popular these days. Cackle. As expected from Lady Lambda Delta. Quite cutting edge. Cackle. Go already. That kid's waiting for you to chase after her. Then, if you'll excuse me. See you next game. Cackle. Is this when she talks to Battler? I'm sorry. That troublesome one came, but don't mind it. More importantly, things sure got ugly. Thought I experienced a very tragic end in Lambda's game. But this one is exceptionally horrible. Can't say I don't understand why you're hugging your knees and closing up your heart. If you meet a fate like that a few more times, it'll take a lot less than 100 years to kill your heart. Beato saw through me, so I'll confess. We are now just like I was in the past, when I was imprisoned inside Lambda's world. Wait, isn't this the song from the Fragments world? Or no? Shut inside a labyrinth of cruel fate, tormented by a witch, in a manner of his speaking. I'm a witch who was born from there. So maybe I'm like an older sister to you. So I decided that I'd lend you my power. However, even compared to my fate, yours is truly brutal. Not only do I sympathize with you, I'm almost brought to tears by your tragic fate. Please, don't lose heart. Please, don't submit to Beato, no matter what. Certainly, that child's game is quite unfair. We've only been allowed a glimpse of the game board, but the unfair and clever devices set up on the stage are so disgusting that I imagine they far surpass those on Lambadelta's game board. What's even more frightening is that when that kid moves a piece, she doesn't always make the best possible move. This is where she's very different from Lambda. Lambda always uses an overpowering number of pieces to make the best possible move in order to win. But Beato sometimes intentionally goes easy on her opponent when she moves her pieces. Since, when we're in trouble, we try to seek out our opponent's strategy by looking at their moves. This creates a very vulnerable amount of noise in our information. That might cause a troublesome amount of disorder. However, as in chess, though a player might be able to create some noise for their opponent with their useless move, they'll still miss out on the more valuable move they avoided. In other words, it's not like your opportunities to take advantage of this are zero. Although you may not be able to believe it, that analogy holds true for this game as well. Even though those developments look so overpowering, there actually was a weak point. A weak point that almost looks like she wanted you to take advantage of it. Though, I don't know if it's a trap or if she's testing us. Anyway, don't surrender. Don't stop thinking. Don't deny any possibility. As long as you continue to hold the will to fight, Beato will not win. That's the most important element in defense during a witch's battle. Rather than trying to win, try not to lose. If accepting her means your defeat, then you definitely mustn't accept her. Making you accept witches. There is no longer any doubt that this is one of Beatrice's victory conditions. Now that I have announced that I'm your ally, I too will make as great an effort as possible to lend you my power. Make an effort yourself as well. If you're still hugging your knees, quickly stand back up. In times like this, what did I used to say again? Go for it. Yay. Nipa. Well, there it is. It's so embarrassing doing this. I've done this much for you, so quickly stand back up. Like, it's obvious, right? There's no question. That's her. Oh. Ah, there you are. I wonder where Byrne shrank off to. Giggle. Could she be any more lame? Even so, just like usual, the pieces Byrne chooses are pretty shabby. It's the same with chess, right? If all of your pieces were pawns, you'd have zero chance to win, right? If all of your pieces were rooks and bishops, you definitely wouldn't lose. Well, last time, right when I felt just a little pity and said she could start with her pieces anywhere she wanted, that idiot Byrne, without taking notice of my compassion, started with all of her pawns on my side of the board. What's up with that? That wasn't a loss or anything. Just remembering it makes me queasy. Because of that, I won't be able to rest until I see Byrne's speechless face. And since you, Byrne's piece, fucked up so bad, I'm feeling just great. Plus, she may not look it, but that girl really hates to lose. So I'll bet she's off somewhere grinding her teeth and crying her eyes out right now. How totally lame. Giggle. Ho 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 ho. Come on, laugh with me. Ho 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 ho. Wait a sec. Are you still hugging your knees? You already like this just because Beato got a little serious. Could you be any more pathetic? You're so pathetic, I'll help you just a little bit. I, the great Lady Lambadelta, the Witch of Certainty and the strongest in the universe, will associate myself just a tiny bit with you and your hopeless chances at winning. You should thank me. You know, Beatrice may really be a cruel and powerful witch, but she's no match for me. Why? Because she's soft. though she'll set up the board in a way that'll let her win with just a few more moves. She'll intentionally avoid cornering you. She'll do things like take worthless pieces and place success pieces on the board to make things more one-sided. Simply put, she's got the bad habit of playing around as soon as she thinks she's won. Almost all the various attacks that hurt you and burn look like utter waste and overkill to me. In other words, she's got a weakness, and you've got a chance. See? She is an opponent to be afraid of, right? She sometimes mistakes her means for her ends, and she has too much dark fun. Sometimes, that even ends up creating and exposing her own weak points. For a super powerful witch like me, it's hard to understand why she's able to act so tough, why she lowers her own chances of winning. But, well, because of that, a witch like Byrne, who likes to thoroughly read her opponent, has a really bad affinity with her, because reading her doesn't work. Maybe it's really easy for Byrne to read and handle a straightforward and honest type like me. Annoyingly enough, well, still, a super firepower type like me can flat out beat up a light, wide-range barrage type like Beatrice. So it's kind of like rock, paper, scissors. If I'm paper, Beato is rock, which means Burns is scissors. Well, maybe that doesn't matter. Even though my paper loses to Burns scissors, if I was a sheet of super paper, which is way more awesome than normal paper, I could beat even scissors, right? Basically, I, Lady Lambda Delta, am super paper. Ho 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 ho. Looks like you've regained a bit of your color. That Beato, she's having fun torturing some piece called Rosa. At a glance, you'd think she has really nasty taste, right? Wrong. She's just killing time, hoping that you'll stand back up in return. It's a move to fire up your righteous indignation by intentionally doing something detestable. Oh man, I hate kids like that. Anyway, I'll head on back. Don't tell anyone about me helping you out just a little bit. I mean, it's not like I helped you because I wanted to save you, okay? I, the strongest witch in the universe, had my throne stolen away when I lost to Byrne. So I gotta take that throne back from her. But if she loses to Beato here, then it's Beato who would get the position of strongest next, right? Well, it's not like I'm complaining. It'd be easier to steal the throne back from Beato. But then I wouldn't be satisfied, you see? JP, I might have snuck a shower in there too. It's okay, Zyka. How was the shower? How was your rest? I will defeat Byrne, and I'll take back my position as the strongest. It's not like I'm really helping you, okay? I won't forgive you if you make Byrne cry. Okay, Lambda Delta. Gosh. I guess the credits spoiled that. But they also spoiled that the voice actors for the 7 Deadly Sins, but we only saw 2 of them. The Lust one and the Wrath one. Addition of new features. Next episode. Okay. I guess let's see what the tip is. Oh? New title screen. Actually... yeah, let me see. Did we check this before? Let's fast forward. She surpassed the limits of humans, and like demons, she'll sometimes bear response to summons made by humans to offer a power exchange for price. She likes black tea and ice cream, she hates boredom and people who deny her existence. See, that's different. Oh wait, execute? What a useless dream to try and kill me just by being a mere human. Fire bullets and they will merely reflect back towards you like light off a mirror. However, there does exist just one way to kill me. You hold that method in the palm of your hand. I doubt one as mediocre as you could ever pull it off. Hehehehe. Okay. So now she got at it. Which of the fragments was lived 1,000 years? It says she lives in a world where the concepts of fate and possibilities can be visualized. Usurps the fate of humans and sometimes interferes. Oh, she has a cat tail. What? In other words, sometimes she's you, and sometimes she's only your friend, understand? She likes wine and spicy foods. She hates boredom and people will never learn. By constantly continuing to think, I will live forever. In other words, if I were to stop thinking, I could die at any time. However, once I start thinking again, I can also revive at any time. That's why I'm fickle and whimsical. I live as I please, die as I please, and revive as I please. Huh. I wonder if I can do that to number delta. Oh, let's skip this. I think that's it, yeah. Right? 2 hours. It's not bad. Tips. Episode 2. Alright. Yo, what? What's going on? What? What is going on? I guess we start with Beatrice. Then this witch was left for 1,000 years, known for being exceptionally cruel even among witches. I think that's the same. I can't kill her. The Witch of Miracles. Can't kill her either. Witch of Certainty. Wait, can I revive her? Nope. She is fickle. Seven Sisters of Purgatory. Advanced level furniture created by Beatrice. They can sometimes act by their own will, but they cannot disobey the orders of their master. They are quite powerful while they're in their human forms. When they return to their true forms as the 7 stakes of Purgatory, fly at the enemy at high speeds. Why is it those 3? And then those 3. What? And fly at the enemy at high speeds. They display their true terrifying potential. Satan is the 3rd sister. She's very quick to anger. However, she actually wants others to be angry at her. Okay. Kenzo, self-taught human sorceress, natural talent and level of knowledge are nothing special, but when his nearly insane powers of concentration and dedication were transformed into magical power, he awakened as a great sorcerer. His power is at least great enough that he was able to summon Beatrice and form a contract with her. Though his power is great, it is also extremely limited, specializes in summoning and barriers. So it's perhaps it is fitting to call him a summoner. Valor. Unfortunately, the young man who Beatrice has taken a liking to. A human who inherited the black blood from Kinzo. Massive resistance to magical power Kinzo was born with was passed on to Battler. Ironically, it was this trait that made him so hard for Kinzo to succeed as a magician. Massive defensive power against magic can be, even by itself, decisive in a battle against the witch. Kinzo has begun to lose his power with age, but young Battler's power is still on the rise. Perhaps it's understandable that Beatrice tried to crush it as soon as possible. Huh. The magician who has inherited black blood from Kinzo. Unlike Kinzo, she was gifted with talent and began to tread the path of the magician from a young age. However, her power is still weak and she hasn't yet graduated from an apprentice's level. However, she is skilled with enchantments which bestow magical power upon objects. And the magical items she creates are all masterclass. Huh. Genji, Kinzo's earliest furniture, which he created to serve him and him alone with complete loyalty. Though he was Kinzo's first creation, he was made with the help of a high-class demon, so while there were several defects in his initial specifications. Yeah, I definitely have to go to sleep after this. He conceals a great potential within himself. The many years following that, he continued to mature and compensate for his many deficiencies, turning himself into the nearly flawless butler furniture that he is now. He is approaching the limit of his service life, but the magical power he can unleash for an instant rivals Kinzo's. Huh. So Kinzo... shit, I don't know. This whole magic thing. Shannon is, in the truest sense, Kinzo's handmade furniture, which he created without borrowing the power of demons. Though there were a few problems with her initial specifications, it was given a very rare and precious thing, a heart. It seems that as a result of his long personal experience, Kinzo came to believe that the power created by the heart contains within it strong magic. What's up, Zyko? In the lengthening span of... Oh yeah, I listened to the Watermelon mashup song. That was good. It was pleasant. Okay, I'm ready. How's it going? In the lengthy span of time following that, she began to mature, becoming exceptionally skilled with powers of a protective or repulsive nature, such as magical barriers. It's a dope mashup. Yeah. I liked it. Because of this, in the realm of barriers alone, she possesses immense magician-class power. Can I kill her? Nope. Canon. So far, he's the last furniture created by Kinzo. Making use of all his previous experience, Kinzo managed to implement a set of flawless specs. Canon was also given a heart, but it was much weaker than Shannon's. Perhaps because Kinzo felt a sense of approaching personal danger related to his fortune as he neared the end of his life. He bestowed Canon with the rare power to fight and protect. However, he hasn't yet matured very far and is unable to properly control his own power and speed. Huh. And this just takes us back. What a useless dream. Okay. Ushered into the VIP room. Yeah, so he died in the Golden Land. Missing. Last moments with her beloved. That's when he goes missing. There's no corpse. Oh, and that was the last thing for him. Wait a second. Did surrender to the witch at one point, but he pulled himself together and regained his will to fight. I see. So the witch's battler makes a great toy for smashing. That explains why she's always breaking him, fixing him, and breaking him again. Torture is meaningless if you kill the subject. Gotta alternate between causing pain and letting them rest. Happy Halloween. Oh, all the others. Just so we have the resurrection on screen. Wait, what has changed? You can see their different costumes. Who else has a different costume? Does he have to be alive? He does have to be alive. Yeah, so that's a different costume for that. Why didn't he, why is he missing? Oh yeah, forgot he had that one. And she didn't get a new costume. Do the other characters have different outfits? Oh, you can see. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Hold on. I want to see oldest first. Okay, Lucifer. Lucifer is the oldest sister. She's haughty and arrogant. However, she actually feels pleasure from submission. Alright, we're second. Leviathan is the second sister. She's nothing but a crybaby. She's jealous all the time. She'll do whatever it takes to get what she wants. Karbach? Sub-Psycho. Third sister. Satan is the third sister. She's very quick to anger, however, she actually wants others to be angry at her. Where's number 4? Belphegor is the fourth sister. She's sensible and reliable. Because of this, she corrupts her masters. Mia? Why the Mia? Mammon is the fifth sister. She's very greedy. Once she decides she wants something, she will sacrifice anything and everything to get it. Beelzebub is the sixth sister. She's a true gourmet. She'll use any ingredients to make a good meal, even her own body. Asmodeus is the seventh sister. She's a girl at that age where they want a boyfriend. She gave up her life for love. Huh. That's all of them, right? Let's say that's all. My friend's going back to streaming after 2 months. That's good, right? So it'll be fun. What are they gonna play? I guess that's it. Let's go to the title screen. I have no idea about the mysteries in this. I don't know how they did it. I'm gonna suspect Goda. I'm gonna suspect Genji. I'm gonna suspect Kenzo. That's all I'll suspect. But yeah, episode 3. Apparently after episode 3 we can solve the mystery, the riddle. Maybe. We'll see. Is that the chapel? Huh. Looks like it, right? Curious. But yeah, that'll be it for me. I'll be back in the morning. I will catch you all later. Thanks for tuning in. And have a good one. Bye-bye.